to finish my beer for this. I'm not ready. Anyway, I just wanted to say that this day has been about good vibrations and not good vibrations, and how my day is that I had a horrible family situation that I've been dealing with, and I'm a special ed teacher, and in the middle of May, if you are a teacher, you are not experiencing good vibrations no matter how hard you try. Your thought bubbles are growing and growing and growing, and it's really hard not to have the thought bubbles leave your lips, and sometimes they do, and you're horrified and you pray nobody heard your thought bubble come out. But then as I was driving up here thinking, I'm very stressed out, I don't want to tell a story, my good friend over there, Laura, reminded me of something, and it jogged a memory of a story about good vibrations, but they really weren't mine until the very end. This story starts in a yoga studio. I have joined a new congregation, a Unitarian church, and I'm trying to get to know people, so I put myself out and I join what we have that are called springboards, where they're around a certain topic and you gather together and you share the topic and you get to know each other, and it's really a good thing and it's wonderful, and you hope you make new friends. So without knowing anybody in the congregation, I decided to join the springboard called Finding Your Goddess Within. So I look at myself, torn pocket, school marm clothes, and I'm thinking, I need to find my goddess within. There's not any goddess in here whatsoever. When I think of what a goddess is, I get in my mind like going to a concert and you see these little girls who have a size 13.5-inch waist with a bare midriff and these paisley tops and these tight little skirts, and they're hula hooping and they have bells on their ankles and a few select tattoos and their hair is flying and they're flying around and they look so delicate and they look so fairy-like to me, and it's so not me, it's astounding, and that's how I think of a goddess. So I'm sitting in a circle with 8 other women, and in my little screwed up mind, I'm looking at all these women thinking, they're all perfect. Every one of them is perfect. They're married, they have partners, they have perfect children, their lives are fantastic, and I'm not that. And I'm so far from a goddess because I'm so far from them. And we sit in the circle, and our yoga instructor, to say flamboyant, is just toning it down a whole lot. And some of our exercises start, and we have to say some things about ourselves, and we have to say who we are. We have to go around the circle and we have to say like good things about ourselves and bad things about ourselves, but we have to introduce ourselves. And I look at one of these perfect married couples, and she says, because at church, you know, when the pretty songs start and the couples are there and they're like rubbing each other's butt and swaying back and forth, creating some good vibrations. I'm thinking, Jesus, get a room, get a room. You know, I don't want to see this anymore. And she was one of those people. And it was her turn, and she said, well, you know, my husband, I love him, but I would like to open the basement door and push him down the steps and turn off the lights and lock the door. And I was like, wow, that's great. I'm like sort of assimilating into this group a little bit. And then another woman who is married says, I'm really trying so hard to divorce my husband. If I have to live with him anymore, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill him. And then another woman says, oh, I think her children are perfect. And she goes, I never should have had children. I have to confess this up. I don't like my children. I don't know. So that's how the circle got started. And one of our exercises was where, now remember, I didn't know anybody except for one person who got me into this congregation, and we had to partner up and sit across from each other Indian style, which is really hard for me because I haven't said Indian style in like 20 years because I just don't have that flexibility anymore. So I was in pain, and we had to hold each other's hands and our knees had to touch, and we had to rock back and forth and get to know each other. And I'm thinking, this is what am I birthing a goddess? And I'm like praying through this, and the little goddess is gonna pop out, and there's my little goddess, baby goddess. And it was very, very awkward. But I continued through the exercise, and then we had to hold each other's hands with our knees still touching, and we had to stare into each other's eyes from 6 inches. This is about 6 inches. In my teaching job in special ed, I'm all about proxemics. This is a word I have to learn every year when we do CPI and CPR training. Proxemics, stand like this, and come back like that. So 18 inches is about the comfort zone for people when they have conversations. I currently am friends with this woman, and I really like her, and she's a kick and a hoot, but we had to hold hands. And I'm staring into her eyes, and I'm going, trying not to laugh, just, it was very difficult. I went back for the next session, and the next session was where the yoga instructor decided that we all had to say something good about ourselves. We went around the room, and after we all had our turn, she took her turn, she went, I love my hair. I love my hair. I love my hair. I love my, and when my husband and I are together, I won't even tell you. You have to imagine what happened next. And I said, that's it, I'm out of here. And I got up and I left, and I went home, and I was really upset. And we soothed our souls through emails. But I just decided that my particular goddess is not that little girl running around, but my goddess is a woman who gets in her kayak and paddles following a family of loons, and the only sound you can hear is the call of the loon and the paddle just sort of methodically slicing through the water, or the woman who takes care of children with ripped shirts, and I'm okay with my goddess within. And the good vibrations are me being me.